drawing a perfect circle. So let's have some fun. I'm actually genuinely excited to explore this. So we'll start at the bottom, baby map. This flashes every time a baby is born in that country. There's the leaderboard here. So India has the most people in the world. I think they have 1.44 billion. China has 1.42. It's an arms race. Though right now it seems India's going crazy. I don't know if their current rate is like that much higher, but they're actually snapping. I think the US has like a population problem. We're not having babies anymore. Next up is spend Bill Gates' money. So there is $100 billion. We should have spent Elon Musk's money. I think he has like 3 times that. Bill Gates is poor. Let's say we could buy. So we could theoretically buy the entire world a Big Mac. Let's do 8 billion Big Macs. Cost us nothing. And let's say they want to drink as well. So we buy the entire world a Coke and a Big Mac. All right, and we have a lot of money to still spend. Let's say... Now, personally, after I just fed the entire world and saved poverty and malnourishment, let's say I want a designer handbag, and I want one for every day of the year. So 365, that didn't even put a dent in us. Now I have 18 homes, so of course I need 18 hot tubs, 18 jet skis, 18 Rolexes to go with my houses, and I need 18 Ford F-150s, as well as a Super Bowl ad to advertise sambucha. In fact, I want every single ad space, and I would guess there's probably like 100. So let's do 100. All right, and we still have a lot of money. So right now I've monopolized the Super Bowl. I have a Rolex and a F-150 for every day of the year. Now let's say I want an Apache helicopter. In fact, I want one on all my properties, so 18. And then on my properties, I want a mansion in every property. So like on top of the mansion will be another mansion. So let's do 18. And then I guess there's only one Mona Lisa, so just tack that on. Won't put any damage in us. And then I want to buy the entire Western Conference for the NBA. So how many teams is that? 15? And we still have $9.5 billion after all of that. Let's say we make a movie. I want to make every single Marvel movie. There's probably like 50, so let's make 50 movies. And that'll only cut us in half. We still have 4.5 billion. What else do we even spend? I guess we buy like a couple of cruise ships. Let's go 2 cruise ships, and then I want to buy 2 skyscrapers. And we still basically have $1 billion. What do I even spend it on? It's like hard to spend money. I'm doing absurd things. Okay, a Ferrari for every house does nothing, okay. Let's say I want to buy every horse in the world. How many horses are there? Okay, so apparently there's 60 million horses, so I don't think we can afford that. All right, but we could buy 383,743 horses, and then we have $1,000 left. So I guess we'll just buy a bike and AirPods. And then we have $1 left, and I guess we'll give that to charity. Next up is progress. So to the next minute, we have 42 seconds. Okay, riveting. All right, let's look for some fun ones here. How close is Christmas? Christmas is 208 days left as of today. So if you're watching this video and it's Christmas time, you time traveled back in time. Now you're watching an old video. Go check out the new videos or subscribe while you're here. You might as well. The next waxing gibbous. Does anybody know what that means? I don't think I've ever heard of that. Waning gibbous. This is like some astrology stuff. Halley's Comet returns. Does anybody miss her? And then the sun dies. Wow, we're like halfway done to the sun dying. Heat death of the universe, though, I think we're still chilling. Get it? Okay, sorry. Draw logos from memory. All right, so draw the McDonald's logo. Looks pretty spot on. I'm not gonna color it in because quite frankly, I just don't have the energy to do so, but just imagine I colored that in. Splitting image. Maybe I could have gone a bit lower on this, yeah? Okay. Draw the Nike logo. Well, that's pretty easy. It's just this, and once again, just imagine I colored it in. Okay. Draw the Apple logo. What way does it face? I guess it looks like... I'm not gonna cheat. I won't look at my phone, but the bite is out of that side. It is. That's pretty good. You have to admit, that's pretty solid. Like Van Gogh here. Draw the Starbucks logo. Nobody can draw the Starbucks logo. It's a mermaid. This, didn't. I think she's smiling. And then she's like wrapping her arms around like a coffee. All right. I think I drew something entirely different. That looks like Munchalax. Is that Snorlax's pre-evolution form? Draw the Amazon logo. Ugh. Isn't it? Yeah, it's this color, right? Or no, it's... Yeah, I think it's orange. A-M-A-Z-O-N. And then they have a black arrow from A to Z. It was actually the exact opposite and was also much different. All right, the Pepsi logo. How do they expect me to draw? Okay, well, I just revealed it, so I guess we can't do that one. But if I were to actually try this on my own, I think I would have done something like this. I'm not even looking. I promise I'm not looking. I promise I'm not looking. I would have done it. I'm not even kidding. I would have done it. You have to trust me there. Draw the Snapchat logo. Ah, the ghost that everybody loves. 1, 2, 3. Like Pac-Man, right? He's got the 2 eyes. And I think he might have like a black smile. Nope. He had no eyes and he had a black outline. Why do I not remember this? Draw the Android logo. So I think the Android logo looks a lot like what my Snapchat logo was. So it basically looks like this, and I think he has some tiny arms, right? And some of these, and I think he looks like Mike Wazowski with the 1 eye, if I'm not mistaken, and I am mistaken, but that's not too bad. Spotify logo, and I revealed it again. Why do I do this to myself? Now it's time for paper. You have a piece of paper. It is 0.1 millimeters thick. Fold. Paper is now 0.2 millimeters tall, the thickness of a strand. Okay. Grain of a sand. Pencil's tip. Thickness of spaghetti. Ladybug, sunflower seed, coffee bean, the width of a penny, the height of a chicken egg. How does one small piece of paper end up 51.2 millimeters tall? That doesn't make sense to me. I think you can only fold a piece of paper 8 times. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it breaks after like the 8th fold. They did on like a hydraulic press channel I watched recently. 10 folds is a hummingbird, 11 is a basketball. So now it just like doubles, right? Bowling pin, cheetah, a woman. So by 15, it's the height of a car, giraffe, oak tree, blue whale, Boeing 747, Statue of Liberty, Gateway Arch, Eiffel Tower, Burj Khalifa, Kentucky Derby, Central Park, Las Vegas Strip, Mount Everest. How does a paper after just 27 folds get as high as Mount Everest? It's like the compound interest thing. It's like, would you rather have a penny and double it every day for the next 30 days, or I just give you $2 million? And you're supposed to take the penny, but our brains just can't process it. Mariana Trench, Rhode Island, space, Suez Canal, Grand Canyon, Motor Speedway, California, diameter of Pluto, Mars, New York to Sydney, and then it is going to wrap around the Earth after 38 folds. And we're not even done yet, so what's the furthest this goes? 42 folds and we can go to the moon. Why does that seem reasonable? Life checklist. Be born. Okay, let's see what I've done so far. I was born. I took steps. I said words. I rode a bike. I made a friend. I learned to read. I read a book. I learned to swim. I finished elementary. I've been in a boat. I've flown in a plane. I've played a sport. I've ridden in a train. Why do I sound like Dr. Seuss right now? I have not ridden in a helicopter. I've seen the ocean. I've finished middle school. I've made a snowman. I've seen snow. I've gone to a concert. I've never gone camping. I've rode a roller coaster. Credit card. Kissed. No, kissed. Instrument, yes, I played piano for a couple of years. I've drove. I've been on a road trip. I've visited another country. Beach, yes. High school, language, terrible mistake. I guess that's subjective. I don't make mistakes. I learn lessons. I've met an idol. I've invested some money. I've won a trophy. I've climbed a mountain. I've ran a marathon, the New York City one. I've seen a volcano. I have not explored a cave, and I have not learned to cook. Well, yeah, I'll keep it unchecked. I've graduated college. I have a long relationship. I've been dumped. I've never been promoted. Until today, congratulations, Sam. As co-founder of Sambucha LLC, you are now promoted. Let's celebrate. I've gotten a job. I've signed a contract. I've gotten a paycheck. I've gotten fired. I've gotten in the news. Switch careers, buy a house. No, I have not bought a house. I don't know why I've done that. I've voted in an election. I've not gotten engaged, married, have a kid, watch my kid, not a grandparents, not retire. I've never planted. I did see a solar eclipse. That was a big thing back in like 2018. Travel the world, kind of. All right, so I'm 48 out of 66. That's not too bad. Where does the day go? Time at work, I would say I spend about 10 hours. Spent at home? Okay, well, this doesn't work because I work from home, so okay. Who was alive? Let's see. Who was alive when I was born? David Bowie was... Okay, so we have Muhammad Ali, Saddam Hussein, Charles Manson. Okay, this doesn't seem too positive here. Let's go like 1776. Jane Austen. Okay. People are kind of boring. Let's go. Who was alive and won? St. Peter, Jesus Christ, 5 years old, little baby Jesus. And that's also pretty boring. How about we go to like -500. I just realized that I don't really care about any of these people. Is that me just being ignorant to history, or is that me just not caring about these old people? Dark patterns. So what do we do here? All right, I do not understand what that means, so we are skipping that one. Share this page. I can share this exact page, apparently, in all of these different ways. So let's try to like share with Google Translate. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. It just populates to Google Translate. Okay, so it has some like integrated API that does that. Share with a meme. Who did this? Okay, it's not the best meme, but it's doable. Share with Uber. Oh, look at that. So I could send this to my Uber driver. This is pretty good word of mouth. Share with Braille. Share with, okay, not gonna do. Let's share with God. Let's be positive. Share this page with God by including it in your prayers. Oh, at first I read this by share it with God by including it in your content. God will appreciate it. Because God's like, you know, a views guy. Share with the NSA. I do not want to do that. Have we share with Jeff? Shout out Jeff. All right, cool. The size of space. So I've made a video on this before, so I don't want to spend too long here. But basically what this shows us is the size comparison of everything in the universe. So I'm clicking the right arrow and you could see how big things actually get. This is literally every video I made in 2021 was me doing size comparison shorts. You may remember, you may not. Doesn't matter, because here we are again. 2023, looks like I can't escape size comparisons. There's Segway 2, Nebula, okay, Galaxy, that's us. Milky Way Galaxy, Andromeda. There's our local group, our supercluster, and then the observable universe. Okay, shout out to us. We just did space, now let's do the deep sea. So we go down, and we have our salmon, our bass, our manatee. We have all these surface level animals. Polar bears can apparently get 40 meters deep. That's pretty cool. Whales, 90 meters deep. I just saw Little Mermaid, and there was like this really cool sequence where they showed all the animals dancing, and that's what this reminded me of. Killer whales go deep, I guess because there's some big boys, huh? Kelp, like a kelp shake from SpongeBob. Terrible claw lobster. Okay, that's kind of a nasty name. I'm sorry. All right, so this is the deepest a human has ever scuba dived by Ahmed Gabur. He's definitely Egyptian, and he was Egyptian. He's going in like the Red Sea or something. Firefly squid. That actually looks like the coolest animal I've ever seen. All right, bamboo coral. Japanese spider crab. That looks like that'd be good with butter. Largest known crab. Why is it so deep in the ocean? The king crab. Okay, that is actually good with butter. Giant Pacific octopus, that is good without butter. That just tastes very good. I love octopus. Sperm whale dive, leatherback sea turtle. I did not realize sea turtles went this deep. They're the oldest sea turtle species. So now no sunlight reaches this zone. So now we are entering bioluminescence zone, which is where the fish use their bioluminescence. I would rather be lost in space than the bottom of the sea when there's literally no sunlight. Yeti crabs, that's a pretty cool name. So apparently there's another shark, which is very scary. Why are you chilling over? There's like nothing for you to eat. Why are you even there? Narwhals dive to this depth up to 15 times a day in search for food. Wow, look at narwhals going 2,000 meters deep. That's like a mile underneath, right? Sea pen, telescope octopus, isopod. We're getting to some oh, a colossal squid goes this low. Aren't they like some of the largest creatures in the world? 3,000 meters deep now. Cosmic jellyfish. Stoplight loose jaw. It's a very weird name. I think they're running out of like taxonomical ways to call things stuff. Cookie cutter shark. They're literally just throwing names out now. All right, so this is the average depth of the ocean, but in some places it goes deeper, much deeper. The Titanic wreck sank all the way to 3,800 meters, so now we're at shipwreck distance. Patagonian toothfish, guessing that's off the coast of Argentina. Look how cute that is, the Dumbo octopus. How did we discover this? If there's no light, I guess we have submarines that can go this low. The temperature here is near freezing, and very few animals can survive the extreme pressure, the abyssal zone. Okay, so we have jellyfish. These are animals probably without bones, because the bones would probably, like, combust. It is pitch black. Those jellyfish are chilling. A sea pig that looks like a single-celled organism. A megamouth shark lives this deep? How? Fangtooth, that is scary. That's exactly what I pictured would be under here. That thing is pretty sad. A tripod fish. 5,000 meters now. Caridia. The Hadal Zone. More people have been to the moon than the Hadal Zone. So how many people have been to the moon? Probably like 12? I know James Cameron, like the Titanic and Avatar director, is like the furthest explorer in the world. Like he's gone down the deepest. I don't know why, but for some reason it's him. So there's another ship, the USS Johnston shipwreck. The deepest shipwreck ever found. Be a lonely place. It looks like it. Life is sparse, extreme conditions, but still not impossible. The Grenadier at 7,000. The Chiton, 7,000. So little is known about life in these deep environments. Almost every expedition uncovers something new. Pretty amazing. This is the deepest point of the Java Trench. That's a great name. There's literally nothing here. Hadal snailfish. I'm guessing that was named after Hadal. Why wouldn't you name something after you if you've been this deep? Lowest point of the Puerto Rico Trench. So I guess we're going to the Marina Trench, right? Scroll the height of Mount Everest. On January 23rd, 1960, about 9 years before the moon landing, humans went where they never had before. Two men, Jacques Piccard and John Walsh, descend into the Mariana Trench. Their goal was to reach the Challenger Deep, deepest point of the ocean. There's barely enough space for both of them. The immense pressure would make any mistake certain of death. During the descent, the window panes cracked. Nevertheless, they continued. Oh my gosh. Even after this, they could still see life out the window. Life can survive unimaginable environments. They saw the Hadal amphipod. Kind of a letdown when you're this deep, I guess. But that's very amazing that it could survive there. After 4 hours and 47 minutes of anxiety and claustrophobia, they succeeded and became the first humans to reach the Challenger Deep. That is very cool. All right, so my birthday is June 14th, 1996. Let's see, a lot has happened in 10,000 days. Well, I have a lot of experience. All right, so I've done all these things. The S&P, this is what I care about. Where's my investments heading? If I would have made 6.8x my investment. So if I invested $100,000, I would have made $700,000 over the last 26 years. It's pretty good money. Hey, look at that. The world literacy rate went from 84 to 87. People are living 7 years longer, more electricity. That's very cool. Now it's time to print money. Minimum wage, teacher, software engineer, physician. All right, so this is per hour how much you print. This is a pretty cool concept. Fortune 500 CEO makes $4,000 an hour. Twitter revenues, this is how much everyone's making. Okay, Facebook is making, okay. Wait till we get to Walmart. Yeah, there we go. Walmart is making $59 million an hour, which is roughly $1 million a minute, which is roughly, I don't know. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. The U.S. deficit is increasing $125 million an hour. Where is our money going? Who are we giving this to? China. Okay. The auction game. This sounds questionable. Oh, okay. So there's 9 rounds. I have to guess basically what the auction price is. So let's say $1 million. Why am I like actually good at this? I got it. Black and white painting, Jackson Pollock. He's very popular. I'm going to go with 1.5 here. Okay, and that is undervalue. Alberto Giacometti Egyptian lamp. I would probably buy this realistically for $35. And it is $413,000. There's this dog, Piccolo Cavallo, so probably $500,000. And not even close. My goal is to get one somewhat right. So this is an 1871 reading under candlelight fan, like Asian fan. I don't know. What do these things go for? Like $500? All right, so they're all art pieces, so they'll all be over $1 million. Unique structure chandelier from 2018, so it's going to be some modern art. That's where they money launder, so let's go with $5 million. And it is cheaper than that, 1.5. Le Passage des Eaux Sauvages. Let's go with 2.5 million from the 1800s. No, okay. Why am I so bad at this? RuneScape Personen from 1820. That last one was 500k, so let's go 750. I'm learning. Why did I buy this? And finally, a hand sculpture. Ugh. Barbara Hepworth, I've never heard of her, so $25. Final answer. And it was $1.8 million. Universe forecast. So what's going to happen in the universe over the next X amount of years? So Halley's Comet. Everyone's obsessed with Halley's Comet. I don't get it. Pluto will complete its first orbit in 2178. So every single person watching this video at this point in time will not be on Earth in a physical form. I mean, who knows what happens next? But very promising, right? After traveling billions of kilometers, Voyager 1 will finally reach the Oort cloud in 2300. Cool. In 50,000 years, one of these stars will explode into a supernova, and then the explosion will outshine the rest of the Milky Way. So I guess that will be like our new source of light. In 75,000 years, a new Hawaiian island will surface. I thought sea levels were rising rapidly, though. In 100,000 years, many of today's constellations will be unrecognizable. All right, I'm not sure I could recognize them anyways right now. People point to the sky. They're like, that's the Big Dipper. I say, where? In 1 million years, 2 of Uranus's moons will collide. That planet can't catch a break. It really can't. 50 million years, the Martian moon Phobos will slowly break up. So Mars will get its own ring. That's kind of nice. And then as Mars gains a ring, Saturn will slowly lose them. And it's actually going to spend most of its life without rings. It's just a phase, so Saturn's like a teenager right now. The moon continues gradually slowing down the Earth. Days become 25 hours long. Yeah, hopefully work hours don't increase. And then a total solar eclipse happens in 600 million years. And that's kind of cool, I guess. As the sun becomes brighter, photosynthesis is no longer possible. Plants go away, animals become extinct, and then single-cell organisms dominate once again. In 1.1 billion years, temperature will rise, the sun will be 10% brighter, oceans will evaporate, and Mars will be the new habitable zone. The galaxy will collide with the Milky Way, and our new home will be the Milkdromeda. In 7 billion years from now, which is if every person had a year attached to them, right? The sun will eat the Earth. And then the sun itself will cool down. And then eventually everything's going to merge. And then radiation left over from the Big Bang becomes undetectable. And then we will basically be nothing. And then 10 trillion years, red dwarf stars turn into the first ever blue dwarf stars. Oh my gosh, how deep does this get? White dwarf stars cool to black dwarfs. So things are just changing colors now. Black holes are massive, but even they are evaporating from Hawking radiation. So what happens? But don't worry, there's plenty of time left. If the life of the universe was a year, you're living in the first millisecond of January 1st. Okay, that's kind of promising. Sell, sell, sell. Okay, let's sell. Toyota is king of the automobile world with 11 million cars sold per year. I thought Tesla. No, Tesla's sells like 30,000 a year. Minecraft is still one of the best-selling video games of all time. That is a lot sold every minute. How come people are still buying this? AirPods, though, there's more AirPods than Samsung sold. Advil, though, 2 Advils per second? That's how much? Wow, we really have a reliance on some of these things. Cheerios is the most popular cereal with over 100 million boxes sold per year. That's from all the geriatrics. Campbell's Soup, though, is apparently doing more sales than Cheerios on a second basis. Here's Apple printing money again. See, this is crazy because each of these things is $1,000. And this is even crazier because 400 million shoes a year, so 14 pairs a second they're selling. Domino's, which is one of the most reliant stocks of all time, is doing 34 a second. And it gets even crazier. This is the amount of Big Macs sold per second, which is 75. That's and here's Jeff Bezos, who is delivering 222 Amazon packages per second. Personally, he's doing that. He's like Santa Claus. So the goal here is what exactly? This reminds me of that game Interactive Buddy. Do you guys remember that? I think it was on Newgrounds maybe, or Addicting Games. And you would just be like, ha. All right, so my goal is to just stack these up. And assuming I do that, I will be a happy camper. Come on, come on. Nope, 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 nope. Looks like potatoes, not rocks. Come on, come on. Okay, we're almost there. Come on, good, good, good. Okay, all right, let's be smart about this. So biggest one at the bottom. Then we're gonna go this guy. Stay there. Stay there. And voila. I'll count it, right? 10 years ago. So I could see what websites looked like 10 years ago. So let's go to YouTube. YouTube in 2013. Tim Duncan realizing he has arms. Sonic Lost Worlds debut. Wow, so this is really the homepage. Let's see if I'm on here. YouTube Gaming. And it brings me back to this. So I don't think your link works that well. I guess you just bring me to this. Let's go to Amazon, where everybody goes. Ew. This is what it looked like? Are you serious? I wouldn't buy a single thing. This looks like a scam website. Let's go to Reddit. Stay away from here. Reddit. I remember this old Reddit design. Okay. I'm satisfied. Now we're going to go to Ambient Chaos. And the goal with this is to just listen to some sounds. Unfortunately, I don't have my headphones in, so we will be skipping this section. So the video I made was on Let's Settle This, which is all the controversial questions. As you could see, I already filled them out. Don't read into my answers. Watch the video if you want to see it. Earth reviews. So it's just people reviewing the Earth. Absurd trolley problems. Again, I made a video on this. Now design the next iPhone, which I don't know if there's anything I'd change. I'm kind of like a Apple fanboy. I would just put in basically a lightning port, the pro camera, and then I would put a silencer. Is that the silencer I'm thinking of? Oh no, never mind. And then I'd put a front camera, flip it over, and I'd put the home button, the power button, a steering wheel, a helicopter blade, and then I'd put a joystick, and then I'd present it to investors. I'd say, look what we have here. We have one of the finest iPhones starting at just $1575. You can get this brand new iPhone complete with a steering wheel, a propeller, a pro camera, a joystick. It has USB-C, lightning, anything you could think of. Look at that finish, rounded edges. It's a beauty, all for just $1,500. You would buy it, right? Days since incident. Well, that's kind of sad. So there was an earthquake 11 minutes ago. There was a solar flare 11 hours ago. All right, let's see what things are looking like here. Okay, good news is we did not have a massive tsunami in almost 2 weeks. And even better news is we haven't had a volcanic eruption in 2 months. There was one in Papua New Guinea pretty recently, though. In terms of a 10-meter high tsunami, we haven't had one in about a year and a half, which is nice. And Krakatoa, been quite some time, almost 5 years now since that massive tsunami. There was an asteroid impact this recently in the Bering Sea. Oh my gosh. Don't we like shoot that down? Don't we have like NASA controlling these sorts of things? Major nuclear accident, Fukushima nuclear disaster over 10 years ago. Okay. Why is this kind of scary now? Now we're in the 1900s. An apocalyptic volcanic eruption happened 26,000 years ago in New Zealand. And in Kazakhstan, we had a gigaton asteroid impact. But good news is that we probably won't get one again. And now we just have a few left. So we're going to throw an asteroid on Manhattan, and I'm going to make it pretty sizable. I'm going to go at max speed. You guys can't see it right now, but I'm basically putting this baby all the way up here. Impact angle. I don't know what that means. Click impact location right here. Launch asteroid. And let's see the blast radius. So that's the crater. And it said an estimated 9.8 million people would be vaporized, which isn't that bad. I mean, that's just the population of Manhattan. So I live in New Jersey. So I'm kind of chilling. I'd be fine. Maybe I get a couple radiation, right? Get tanning a little bit. All right, well, that's kind of fun. Let's see if I just threw this bad boy into, I don't know. Let's say I just put it onto Paris or something. Let's just say, just for, you know, whatever. Boom. Ooh, so that would actually not be that bad either. I mean, 8.3 million people and, you know, just randomly throw it in Paris. Just the French people, you know. Okay. I'm making a separate video on this, I believe. Space elevator time. Scroll up. This is now exploring space. I think my brain can't process this correctly. So I'm going to get out of this. Now, the final thing we will be doing today is drawing a perfect circle. So let me get this ready. My goal is to get 95%. I'll be going until I achieve 95%. All right. So I just want to be fluent here. Bam. So I got 92.1. 80.7, 88.4. Come on, baby. How is that not a full circle? I was on 95. Everybody saw it. I was on 95. That's so unfair.